Please stand and join Dr. David Quist in singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Well, good morning. My name is Dr. Dan Weinert, Provost for Palmer College of Chiropractic. It is my distinct honor to be your Master of Ceremonies on this very special day. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the forefathers of chiropractic and passing of members of our profession. Distinguished platform members, Chairman of the Board of Trustees for Palmer College, Dr. Trevor Ireland, today's speaker, Dr. Wayne Myler, candidates for the degrees, members of the faculty, administration, and staff, supporters, families, and friends of today's graduates. Welcome to today's commencement ceremony as we mark the entrance of these outstanding men and women into the profession as Palmer graduates. And welcome to Palmer College, where it all started, the fountainhead of the chiropractic profession. This college represents our profession's rich heritage and its strong future. We would like to acknowledge those present who have served our country. Would all veterans or active duty military in attendance, whether you're a graduate, family, or friend, please stand for recognition as we thank you for your service. Today, we're here to celebrate the commitment, dedication, outstanding achievements, and the certain future contributions of the 78 talented men and women seated in the center of this famed hall. Drawn together by the educational experience they've nearly completed, the students seated before you started their journey as a diverse collection of individuals. In fact, the flags here on stage represent the many states and countries they hail from. As it has for well over a century, Palmer College continues to attract students seeking the best chiropractic education in the world. In turn, our community is enriched by their diversity of talent, tradition, and culture. As we call candidates to the stage to receive their degrees, there are two protocols I'd like to mention. During today's ceremony, we'll be granting two different degrees, a Bachelor of Science and a Doctor of Chiropractic. And second, Palmer College celebrates its extensive alumni, and specifically the legacy of chiropractic that exists within some families, by encouraging candidates to be accompanied to the stage by a family member who is also an alumnus of Palmer. Graduates, remember, we're not assembled here today to celebrate the end of the program. We're here for a commencement or a beginning. We're here to mark the beginning of your professional lives. Palmer and your experiences and mentors before have prepared you well. You entered to learn. Now it is time to go forth and serve. With that, let's begin our ceremony. Today's commencement speaker, Dr. Wayne Myler, is owner and operator of Myler Chiropractic Clinic in Lamars, Iowa, where he's practiced chiropractic for the last 44 years. Dr. Myler grew up in a farm in rural Cherokee, Iowa. He went on to complete his undergraduate studies at the University of Northern Iowa and earned his Doctor of Chiropractic degree from Palmer's Davenport campus in 1979. A longtime member of the Iowa Chiropractic Society, Dr. Myler has served as counselor, mentor, and president of the Northwest chapter. He was awarded Most Outstanding Iowa Chiropractic Society member in 2012. Dr. Myler enjoys spending time with his family and numerous outdoor sports, including boating, fishing, and hunting. He is a strong supporter of chiropractic and has sponsored or co-sponsored over 61 chiropractic students, specifically from Lamars, Iowa, population of 9,000. Dr. Myler is a member of a multi-generational chiropractic family, a member of today's graduating class, another currently enrolled student, and 56 chiropractors who practice in 10 states are part of the Myler family legacy. He has been heard saying that he has the best job in the world and loves living a life of service for others. Please welcome me, or please welcome, there you go, right? Please join me in welcoming Dr. Wayne Myler to our commencement stage today.
I'm going to take this thing off. It's distracting me. Well, first of all, wow, what an honor to be able to be here in front of this graduating class, Palmer 241. I found out that's the number that was different than when I graduated. But I'm not just speaking to the graduates. I'm speaking to all the doctors in the auditorium and the faculty. And if you would indulge me for a moment, I would really appreciate if all the chiropractors, all the doctors of chiropractic in the auditorium, if you'd please stand. Graduates, I'd like to have you look around. Please stay standing. Look around the room. And these are all people that love you, support you, wish you the very best, and you are about to join this most sacred brotherhood and sisterhood. We all want you to succeed and surpass all of your professional and personal goals. Your future practice will give you unimaginable benefits, and you're going to love the journey. As I speak today, I speak as though I'm speaking through the heart of every chiropractor in this auditorium and you may be seated. Thank you. You already are. Thank you. Yeah, the lights are bright up here. And so I hope that once again you will join me to stand when the chiropractic oath is given, just to show again our support and to renew our commitment to chiropractic. All right, we all realize that when our graduates succeed, we all succeed as a profession, and when our profession succeeds, the health and well-being of the entire world improves. So you see, the future in our profession lies in your hands, literally. Our profession is unique because we all come from different backgrounds, from different ideas, different opinions. We use different techniques, come from even different countries, but we all have one common goal in mind, and that is to serve others and help as many people as possible regain their health and maintain a healthy, happy life. Each and every one of you are extremely successful already. Just think of what you've been through. I mean, you've been through all the BS to get you to the undergrad. You've been through all the classes, all the testing, all the boards. And to this point in time, you're already extremely successful before you even get started. My kids that went to Palmer always used to complain about some of their tough classes, and my answer is always the same. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Every doctor in the auditorium right now is probably thinking about the challenges and the setbacks and the triumphs they went through to get them where they are today. They all remember sitting in those seats when they graduated. They remember it almost like it was yesterday. I believe that we all have been chosen to be here at this time, to be involved in this profession by the power of the Almighty. My goal today is to share with you a few nuggets and lessons I've learned over 45 years of practice. It seems like only yesterday that I sat in the old gymnasium that doesn't exist anymore and sat in chairs just like you did. We had a large class of about 165, and that was 16,240 days ago. I was scared to death, somewhat like I am right now, but scared to death. I had a wife, I had a 1-year-old son, I had a wife that was due in a month. I had no clue what I was going to do after graduation. The pressure was on, and I think a lot of people here can remember those feelings. Now, lessons. Lesson number 1, the single most important decision you'll make in your life is who to choose as a mate. That decision could give you a lifetime of joy and a lifetime of regret. Please choose wisely. My wife has blessed me with 48 awesome years. The second biggest decision in your life is how you choose to live your life. Please choose wisely. Lesson number 2, the diploma you're going to receive today is just merely a piece of paper. It indicates that you studied anatomy, physiology, neurology, et cetera, and that it does not give you any level of success in the future. It gives you opportunities, but it's all literally in your hands, and more importantly, it's in your minds. I'm sure that you're all excited about finishing your education. That involves thousands upon thousands of classroom hours. But graduation is only the beginning of your education. You've taken all the classes, passed all the tests. Most of you have passed most, if not all, of your boards. Some of you even passed state licenses. And this degree shows that you've met all the minimum standard requirements to practice. Studies have shown that your level of success will rarely exceed your level of self-improvement and your passion. Studies also show that your level of success typically is the average of the 5 people you choose to spend most of your time with. Again, please choose wisely. Self-improvement is a lifelong study that pays tremendous dividends. You're not going to be the same person as I'm not the same person 16,240 days from now. You must try to improve on a single thing every single day. Lesson number 3, ask for help. Everybody needs a coach. Everybody needs a mentor. And again, please choose wisely who you choose to have you coach and mentor. Even Tiger Woods has a coach. You saw all the doctors that stood up a few moments ago. They're all a wealth of knowledge. Even the biggest and the best in our profession ask for help from others that have been there, done that. They can help you not make the mistakes that we've all made. You see, a smart person learns from the mistakes. A wise person can learn from the mistakes of others. We've all made mistakes. It's part of life. But when it comes to making mistakes, less is more. The key to success is to leave your ego behind. Ask the right questions. You must admit to yourself that you don't have all the answers. I'm sure the faculty understands the hardest person that there is to try to teach is the person that thinks they already know everything. So you must become teachable. Lesson number 4, your very best friends, and this is probably the most important, but your very best friends in life should be other chiropractors. You see, no one else in the world will understand you better than another chiropractor, sometimes not even your spouse. Successful chiropractors do not compete with each other, they only compete with themselves. I urge you to go out and meet all the chiropractors in your local town, your local area, and just drop in on them and introduce yourself. They might be a little bit taken back, might be a little surprised, but they'll have a tremendous amount of respect for you for doing that. Ask them, what can you do to help them and help their practices grow? I also urge you to go out and join and be active in your local, state, national organizations. They are the ones that protect your right to practice. Become known as a giver, not a taker. I'm sure all of you have made lifelong friends here at Palmer, but the doctors in your local areas and in your state will become the friends that you'll have with you always, forever, in your practice life. Remember again, this is a brotherhood and a sisterhood. And you really need to ask yourself, what is a lifelong best friend worth? As I was writing this, I thought back over the years, and all of my best friends fall into 3 types. Either they're family members that are chiropractors, friends that are chiropractors, or non-chiropractic friends that wish they were chiropractors, but they sent their kids to be chiropractors. Lesson number 5, support Palmer College. This sounds like an ad, but it's really not. I have no doubt that supporting Palmer College right now as you're graduating with your debt is probably the last thing on your mind. I'm sure it's not even on your radar. But referring other people of outstanding moral character and passion helps support our profession in the future. Every student we refer here to Palmer perpetuates the profession. I've coached and mentored hundreds of chiropractors over the years, and make no mistake, your Palmer education is the best. Palmer is to chiropractic what sterling is to silver. I think I saw that somewhere. Yeah, one of my proudest moments is, again, sponsoring 62 chiropractors from my hometown. I'm also proud of the fact that we're graduating family member number 56, and we currently have students here yet at Palmer. Lesson number 6, continue to improve your skills. As I said earlier, and it's worth repeating, your level of success will rarely exceed your level of improvement and your passion for what you do. Self-improvement starts with gratitude. Every day you should thank the Lord that you've been given an opportunity to serve others. There's no higher calling than to put yourself second to serve others. And we all have to remember the greatest healer of all time was a carpenter named Jesus. Gratitude helps develop and perpetuate your passion and your confidence. Your passion, confidence, and humility is what attracts people to you and helps you develop relationships with your patients through your whole lifetime. The number one thing that patients have on their mind, it is not your office, it's not your technique, it's not your signage, it's not your Facebook page, it's not your car, it's not how you dress. The number one thing, most important thing on that patient's mind is, do you care, and how well can you communicate to me your message? The rapport you develop with a patient is the number one biggest thing that will build your practice. I encourage you to constantly develop and improve your practice model throughout your entire practice life. The way you practice and start practicing out will be entirely different than you'll practice in 45 years. There are 7 major keys, and I call them nuggets, I'd like to share with you. Number 1 is always strive and try to understand what the patient's needs are, and then always exceed their expectations. Number 2, always make practice decisions based on what's best for the patient. Number 3 is constantly develop and protect the culture that you have chosen for your office. And again, please choose wisely. Number 4, constantly work on improving your communication skills. Number 5, practice gratitude daily for the graces God has given you. And number 6 comes from every one of your parents. Save 10% and live within your means. Number 7 is be the patient's doctor, not their friend. We all know that practice, the toughest patients that we treat are our friends and our relatives. Be their doctor, not their friend. In conclusion, I would like to share with 3 quotes. 2 of them are from B.J. Palmer. The first one is, we may never know how far-reaching something we may think, say, or do today that will affect the lives of millions tomorrow. Number 2 is also from Dr. B.J. Palmer, comes from Dr. Palmer's book, The Glory of Going On. During an interview, it was on page 34, B.J. was asked, how do you measure your level of success? And he answered it in one word, results. Lastly, this quote comes from John Wellesley, back in 1791. It was given to me by one of my mentors, Dr. Richard Yenny. It goes as follows: do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all of the ways you can, in all the places that you can, at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as you can. Thank you. May God bless Class 241.
Students who earn a Bachelor of Science degree from Palmer College must complete 120 semester hours of curriculum. 30 of these hours may come from basic science courses taken in the Doctor of Chiropractic program. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Dean, Faculty, and Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College, it gives me pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree Bachelor of Science. The Bachelor of Science degree is awarded in General Science, and the candidates will be introduced by Mr. Craig Miko, Associate Professor in Life Sciences.
Please stand when your name is read. Josh Bowman. Austin C. Dreamer. Jessica Ray Ellsworth. Mariah Fillenworth. Dylan Michael Hearns. Lena Marie Larson. Paul Lombardo. Joe Petey. Alyssa Ann Peterson. Abigail Pfaffenbach. Alexander William Smith. Sydney Marie Stagnone. Darian Torsney. Megan Weiss. Kilbone June.
Candidates, on behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Congratulations to all of you. You may be seated.
Palmer College recognizes several college awards representing the chiropractic science, art, and philosophy to which this chiropractic profession we enjoy was founded and developed. Please welcome Dr. Chad Hagan to the podium to introduce the Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award nominees.
Good morning. My name is Dr. Chad Hagan. I'm honored to present the Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award, named in honor of Palmer's 7th president, chiropractic philosopher, anatomist, teacher, humanitarian, and practitioner who exemplified the philosophy, commitment, passion, logic, and reasoning of the practice of chiropractic. Recipients are nominated by faculty and their peers in the graduating class and selected by a faculty committee. Will the nominees for this award please rise and be recognized as your name is read? Jessica Ray Ellsworth. Maximilian Mettler. Kira Weimers. Nominees, you may be seated. The Class 241 Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award winner is from North Mankato, Minnesota. Prior to attending Palmer, he graduated with honors from the College of St. Scholastica with his Bachelor's of Science degree in exercise physiology. While at Palmer, he worked as a teaching assistant in the technique department and served as president for both the Gonstead Club and the Student International Chiropractors Association. After graduation, he plans to practice in Wyoming. At this time, I'd like our award winner, Maximilian Mettler, to come forward and receive the Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award.
The Clinical Excellence Award is presented each trimester by the Department of Clinics to a graduating doctor who has demonstrated superior quality of service to patients. Clinic faculty recommend candidates for this award. The Clinical Excellence Committee members make their selection based on quality of care, leadership potential, performance knowledge and skills, service to their patients, and dedication to the profession. This year's recipient is Taylor Barzowski. Taylor is from Park Ridge, Illinois. Prior to her enrollment at Palmer, she graduated with honors from Minnesota State University with a bachelor's degree in exercise science and a sports medicine minor. While at Palmer, she served as president of the Campus Guides, was a tutor for the Palmer Academic Support Services Department, and a member of the Pediatrics Club. After graduation, she plans to practice in Clearwater, Florida. Taylor would like to thank her professors and staff doctor for teaching her how to be an amazing doctor. Taylor, please approach the stage to be recognized and receive your award. The Academic Excellence Award is presented to those members of the graduating class who have displayed the highest level of academic achievement by earning Dean's List honors every term while at Palmer. Will the recipients of this honor please present themselves? Timothy Cole Augsburger. Hunter Black. Madeline Keisha Blanc. Carly Marie Borseth. John Robert Damrow. Tara Folsom. Taylor Stephen Hart. Mitchell David Kramer. Clara McKinnon. Kira Weimers.
It's my pleasure to introduce you to the class salutatorian. Salutatorian is given to the individual with the second highest academic achievement here in our program. So essentially, the cheat code on that is that out of the 70+ courses, this individual has 1 B and all A's. So it's an astounding achievement, to say the least. And our salutatorian for class 24-1 is Clara McKinnon. Claire is from Claire is from Cotacook, Quebec, Canada. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, she received a bachelor's degree in physiology from McGill University. While attending Palmer, she was a teaching assistant in life sciences and technique departments. She also served as vice president for the pediatric club and treasurer for the Blair Technique Club. After graduation, Claire plans to join her chiropractor's family and wellness practice in her hometown of Cotacook, Quebec. Claire would like to thank especially all of the faculty, but especially the individual she was assigned to for a clinic rotation, Dr. Verge Barber. She'd like to thank Verge for everything that she did in mentorship and passing on clinical expertise. Claire, please come forward to receive your award. Come back and do one with just her. Folks, our salutatorian. The medallion makes it over the hat just by about 2 centimeters. It does not look like it's going to, and Claire, I understand your apprehension, but it just clears. The highest level of academic achievement, essentially our 4.0 individuals, would have the designation of valedictorian. And class 24-1 has 2 individuals that have received this achievement. I'd like to introduce them alphabetically to you. First is Taylor Stephen Hart. He's from Baraboo, Wisconsin. Prior to enrolling at Palmer, he received a bachelor's degree in exercise and sports science from the University of Wisconsin at La Crosse. While attending Palmer, he was a member of the Motion Palpation Club, and after graduation, Taylor plans to practice in Wisconsin. Taylor, please join me at the podium to receive your award. I'll get one with him just in. Our valedictorian. Our second valedictorian is Kara Weimers. She's from Omaha, Nebraska, and prior to enrolling at Palmer, she graduated with honors from Nebraska Wesleyan University with a bachelor's in science, health, and fitness studies. While attending Palmer, she served as the secretary for the Student International Association Club, and she was also the head intern for the Troxel Intern Program here in the Quad Cities. After graduation, Kira plans to work in the Gonstead Clinic in Mount Horeb, a famous chiropractic clinic in central Wisconsin. Kira, please join me at the podium. Do one by ourselves. Our second valedictorian. And now, if I could, I'd like to get a photo of the valedictorians together. If you could step out together. Congratulations. Each valedictorian will now address the assembly.
Hello, fellow graduates, faculty, family, and friends. It is an honor to stand before you and have this opportunity to speak. I really would like to take this time to recognize the people who have helped make it possible for me to be here today. I want to thank my wife, entire family, old and new friends made along the way, for the never-ending support you have shown me. Thank you for keeping me grounded and for reminding me what the ultimate goal was during times of uncertainty. I would not have made it to this point without all of you. Thank you to the Palmer faculty and clinicians for being the standard in chiropractic and for challenging us on a daily basis to be the best both academically and skill-wise. To my fellow classmates and soon-to-be colleagues, as all of us know, with great success, such as completing this program, also comes great sacrifice. Most of us have left the places we called home to work towards something bigger than ourselves and dedicate our careers to serving others. Some uprooted their families and took a chance on a second career. Others took on not only the challenge of this education, but also the challenge of parenthood and found a way to navigate both. A few of us had to deal with the loss of a close loved one, including myself, and found a reason to keep going day after day. Through all the triumphs and adversity, we never faltered and were dedicated to completing the goal we all set out to achieve. Despite the challenges we faced, we were able to dedicate time outside of the classroom to enhance our learning, solidify our skills, and give back to the Palmer community. Class 241 is made up of countless tutors and mentors, campus guides, business ambassadors, club presidents and leaders, and the list goes on. There have been countless hours spent attending seminars and workshops to further the development of our adjustments. It's acts like these that make me confident that now our class will be the standard in chiropractic. As we move on to this next phase, I would like to leave you with this. Celebrate all the small successes and big achievements along the way. Throughout this journey, we are trained to constantly think what's next, constantly shifting gears to focus on the next task or prepare for the next examination. I encourage you to truly celebrate this achievement and the sacrifices it took to become a doctor, but also for what's to come as a chiropractor. Celebrate the knowledge you have gained and also the opportunity you now hold to apply it in a real clinical setting. Celebrate for the people who helped you get here and for the people who will support you in practice. Celebrate that the real test starts now. Congratulations, thank you.
Get a little drink of water for that. All right. Well, good morning, doctors. Half of you cringed at that. Half of you are like, yes, let's do this. I would like to start this off by just thanking a few people that were vital in my chiropractic journey. To start, I would like to thank Dr. Jeremiah Sample and Dr. Joel Marley for inspiring me to even consider this profession. But then I would also like to thank Dr. Josh Lawler and Dr. Brittany Cedar for continually feeding my chiropractic curiosity. I would like to thank my entire family, in particular my husband and my mom, for riding this roller coaster of a journey with me. And I would like to thank the Palmer faculty, staff, clinic doctors. In particular, I would like to thank Dr. Dennis Malik and all of the Palmer professors for your dedication to educating, growing, and supporting the next generation of chiropractors. Your passion and your heart was evident. Lastly, I would like to thank each and every one of my fellow classmates. Together, we pushed and inspired one another to reach a little higher, dig a little deeper, stretch a little bit further, until we reach today, our graduation day. But past the pomp and circumstance, the glam of the robing ceremony, and the much understood anticipation of receiving that degree we worked so hard for, Today, we are accepting the great responsibility of becoming a chiropractor, a responsibility that must not be taken lightly. To illustrate the gravity of this moment, I would like to share with you guys my chiropractic story. Started off back in high school. I was super active. Basically anything that got me moving or got me outside, I was doing that. And it wasn't until shortly after I started college that I started realizing that I had back issues. But, you know, being young as I was, I brushed it off and I chalked it up to, well, maybe I'm just sore from yesterday's workout, or I'm getting old, you know, being in college. Basically what I was doing was I was ignoring what my body was telling me was a huge problem. And as you guys all know, if you ignore a problem in life, what does it do? It gets worse. So for me, it started out with back stiffness that was so intense, I couldn't even reach my feet. Guys, I'm 5'4". I should be able to reach my feet, right? I couldn't even put my shoes on. And that should have been a huge red flag to me, but again, I ignored it. I pushed forward. Well, that back stiffness shortly and quickly became back pain. That back pain became leg pain, and before I knew it, I was in so much pain that on most days, I couldn't walk. At the age of 20 years old, I started to give up on living life. Instead, I settled on suffering through it because I knew my pain wouldn't allow me to do anything besides that. And the idea of numbing myself from day to day with medications and over-the-counters just wasn't something that I was interested in. So, as you could see, life seemed a little bit bleak at age 20 years old. But then there was one day that I entered into a Gonstead-based chiropractic office, and from the moment I walked into those doors, I knew that I had found the solution to my problem. Because these doctors, they had an unyielding dedication to the craft of chiropractic. And not only that, but they had a mission of educating others on that amazing power we hold within ourselves in order to allow our bodies to heal themselves. By seeing them, I began to dream again of all the possibilities I could pursue in my life. And actually, one short year later, after starting chiropractic care, I found myself in a car for 13 hours straight, just so that I could strap a 50-pound backpack onto my back, hike up a mountain for 6 hours straight, and then sleep on the cold hard ground for an entire week. And you know what? The amazing thing is not once did I have to sit down and recover from my back or my legs bothering me. And even more miraculously, I found myself just over-enthusiastically accepting this challenge instead of beforehand when I would find excuses not to go out because I was afraid of my pain. Guys, I knew I could do it because of chiropractic. And moreover, once I started chiropractic, I realized that it wasn't just about me feeling better, but I was also able to concentrate better. I was sleeping better. I was performing better in school, at work, in the gym, every aspect of my life. See, I didn't realize that up until this point, I was not truly living my life to the fullest, but merely skating by, only existing in this world, or only experiencing this world through a cloudy haze. Chiropractic had given me back a life that I didn't even understand or had no idea that I was missing out on. So shortly after that backpacking trip, you better believe it, I submitted my application to Palmer College of Chiropractic because I knew there were other people out there just like me that needed hope for a better life. See, chiropractic isn't about back pain. It's about restoring life to the individual and empowering them to wield the power of innate intelligence so that they can function at their most optimal. There is no other profession out there that's capable of even fantasizing of the miracles that we as chiropractors get to see every single day. Using our own two hands, guys, we can physically remove nerve interference from another person's body so that they can do what they do best, which is heal, repair, maintain themselves. And as BJ said, that the power that made the body heals the body. So we can prove to our patients that healing comes from within, not from a pill, lotion, shot, or surgery. It is this concept which allows us as chiropractors to empower individuals and therefore our communities to take their health back and start living life to the fullest. By taking the chiropractic oath today, we are promising not only to restore health to our communities through education and our adjustments, but more so, we are promising the possibility for a better life for our patients, providing hope. So although we are graduating today, I hope that you guys understand that this is not the end, but merely the beginning to a lifetime of learning, educating, helping, and healing. So in the words of Dr. Ronnie Firth, may he rest in peace, let's get to work. Thank you.
To receive a Doctor of Chiropractic degree from Palmer College of Chiropractic, students must complete a rigorous curriculum that is the equivalent of 5 academic years in 10 trimesters or 3 1/3 calendar years. There are 71 courses, 4,680 contact hours of instruction in the curriculum required for graduation. Dr. Marchiori, upon the recommendation of the Dean, faculty, and the Academic Standing Committee of Palmer College of Chiropractic, it gives me great pleasure to present those candidates who have successfully completed the requirements for the granting of the degree Doctor of Chiropractic. The graduating doctors will be introduced to Dr. Marchiori by Mr. Craig Miko, Associate Professor of Life Sciences. Their hood colors will be exposed by the Associate Deans, Dr. Rainier Pavlicek and Dr. Ward Jones. Will the candidates please present themselves?
Timothy Cole Augsburger, summa cum laude, Iowa. Hunter Black, magna cum laude, Utah. Madeline Keisha Blunk, magna cum laude, Iowa. Carly Marie Borseth, summa cum laude, Wisconsin. John Robert Damrow, magna cum laude, Wisconsin. Tara Folsom, magna cum laude, Iowa. Taylor Stephen Hart, summa cum laude, Wisconsin. Mitchell David Kramer, summa cum laude, Wisconsin. Clara McKinnon, summa cum laude, Canada. Kira Weimers, summa cum laude, Nebraska. Carl Jackson Bachelleri, Pennsylvania. Taylor Annette Barzowski, cum laude, Illinois. Drake G. Bechtel, magna cum laude, Iowa. Joshua Seth Bowman, Idaho. Oliver Brockman, Iowa. Gabriel Dwayne Brown, North Dakota. Megan Burtis, California. Eric Bush, Wisconsin. Paul Choi, cum laude, Republic of South Korea. Peter Choi, Republic of South Korea. Chen Chi Chao, cum laude, Taiwan. Cheyenne Joe Cobb, Iowa. Matthew Joseph D. Benedito, magna cum laude, Pennsylvania. Josiah Fox Delarum, Wisconsin. Davino Vincent DeMays DeWitt, Arizona. Nicholas DePratis, Pennsylvania. Austin C. Dreamer, Indiana. Jordan Drugmiller, Iowa. Jessica Ray Ellsworth, Montana. Allie Taryn Fennell, magna cum laude, South Dakota. Mariah Fillenworth, magna cum laude, Iowa. Logan Matthew Flannery, Illinois. Ian Gleischer, cum laude, Canada. Anna Marie Glenn, Colorado. Jordan Lynn Helopka, Wisconsin. Dylan Michael Hearns, magna cum laude, Michigan. Biani Hernandez, Texas. Andrew Philip Holsley, cum laude, Wisconsin. Kylie Justine Hurt, cum laude, Indiana. Marissa Dawn Call, cum laude, Wisconsin. Lena Marie Larson, California. Lucy Lee Syverson Lilly, Iowa. Kathleen Denise Lobenberg, cum laude, Illinois. Paul Joseph Lombardo, Ohio. Lauren Elizabeth Liebert, cum laude, Iowa. Maximilian Metler, magna cum laude, Minnesota. Dylan Jade Michael, Idaho. Stephen Houston Miller, Indiana. Stefan Bruce Murphy, Nebraska. Brody Myers, magna cum laude, Indiana. Michael J. Anthony Pierce, Alaska. Joe Petey, Wisconsin. Madeline Peters, cum laude, Michigan. Alyssa Ann Peterson, Colorado. Francesca Michelle Pentinotto, summa cum laude, Pennsylvania. Abigail Pfaffenbach, Indiana. Tevin Pham, New York. Tyler Robert Phillips, Pennsylvania. Nicholas Scott Pruitt, magna cum laude, Ohio. Anna Christine Reno, magna cum laude, Virginia. Tyler Reichert, Maine. Bailey Lynn Rogensky, Illinois. Lindsay Marie Seahigh, Michigan. Austin Schrader, Iowa. Alexander William Smith, Tennessee. Hayden Thomas Stagno, New Hampshire. Sydney Marie Stagnone, Michigan. Madison Elaine Stewart, Illinois. Anithan Thuravong, Iowa. David Tokich, Wisconsin. Darian Torsney, Iowa. Link Nolan Tucker, Iowa. Mackenzie Valachi, magna cum laude, Canada. Corey Joseph Whalen, South Dakota. Megan Weiss, Iowa. Kil Bo Yun, Republic of South Korea. Kyle Raymond Zajac, Illinois. Kyle Jeffrey Robert Zupiri, Rhode Island.
Folks, the strength of any educational program is directly related to the abilities of the program's faculty. Palmer College is blessed with a strong, committed, and dynamic group of professionals who engage our students in our classrooms, in our teaching clinics, and across our campus. Our faculty's mission, our shared mission, is to teach the science, art, and philosophy of chiropractic and to guide success from student to graduate. And our faculty fulfills their mission. They fulfill this challenge with distinction. And I would really like to acknowledge just how proud we are of their outstanding work. Faculty, if you could rise for this assembly's recognition. And we're losing one of the strong members of the faculty, Dr. Lisa Killinger. Lisa, if you could stand. Dr. Lisa Killinger is retiring from us, so we're trying to be happy about it and not focus on our loss, but her gain. 30 years of service, Lisa. Thank you for your research. She's been outstanding in her research and her work with our students in the mentorship, and also your work in the community, Lisa. Thank you for representing the Palmer community so well into the Quad Cities in Eastern Iowa. We appreciate everything, and we hope that you're not a stranger as you move on to arguably better and more relaxing environments. So good for you, Lisa. Well-earned retirement. I'd also like to take this opportunity to recognize someone in the audience, a special member of our Palmer community. I'd like to recognize Dr. Trevor Ireland, who's directly in front of me, seated on the corner. Trevor, if you could give kind of a wave so that folks can see exactly where you're at. Dr. Ireland. Dr. Ireland is our chair of the Palmer Board of Trustees, and so that everybody is aware of it, Palmer's a nonprofit organization. We've been nonprofit since 1965, and as a nonprofit, we have a governing board, and Dr. Ireland has served on that board for 35 years, which is outstanding, and he's been appointed chair and reappointed several times chairperson of the Board of Trustees over the last 16 years. So it's an outstanding pedigree of service that Trevor has accomplished. And he's here today, not in his capacity of Board of Trustees, but he's here to celebrate one of the graduates, the graduation of all of them, but especially his granddaughter, Megan Burtis. And Megan, I'm not sure where you were seated exactly. I was tracking it, then I lost you when you were walking. There's Megan over on the corner. Great. So, Trevor, we thank you for your dedication and your advocacy to make excellence in Palmer College and our organization as we in the organization collectively pursue excellence in our mission as the trusted leader. But also, Trevor, you've distinctly pushed topics such as quality patient care and Palmer's leadership in the overall chiropractic profession. And for that, we especially thank you, Trevor. And folks, as we near the end of our ceremony, I certainly want to take a minute to thank the parents, the family, and friends, and everyone who joined us today to make this special. And, you know, you may look after the ceremony, but you won't find your names on the diplomas. We only put the graduate's name on the diploma, but I understand that their success has the embedded efforts of all of you. Those late night calls, those early morning calls, that time that you had to really continually emphasize the focus and the need to continue through the program. It takes a village. It takes a strong support network, and all of you that have done that, we gratefully thank you. And the comments that the valedictorians and others made, that's sincere for everyone here graduating. Thank you for all that you've done. And graduates, we salute you. Everything that you did to be in this hall today and to be celebrated, it's outstanding. It takes a lot of effort and focus to do this, and the persistence that you've put through time and time again is something that we recognize, and honestly, you inspire all of us. So it is time for you to go forth and serve, and we want you to take the big idea of chiropractic out there for patients and others that can benefit from the wonders of chiropractic, so we wish you well in that. But please do all that you can to stay close to our program, come back and visit routinely, and to stay close to each other. Through your social media and other means, make sure you call each other up and be there to support. Dr. Myler's comments were so wonderful to this point. Please make sure that you support each other and lift each other up at times of need. And that's really making the strength of the Palmer community. So we look forward to following the continuation of your life's journey and your professional time, but I know you're getting antsy to get on with the next steps, so students, please rise. In accordance with the science, art, and philosophy of chiropractic and a consequence of your dedication to the restoration of sick to health, I request that you promise and swear the following chiropractic oaths. So students, please raise your right hand and repeat the oath after me. I, and say your name, will adhere to the code of ethics aspired by the chiropractic profession. I will observe and practice professional conduct in relation with my patients, my colleagues, myself, and my profession. I will seek to preserve the integrity of my profession and help it grow in service to the benefit of all humanity. I will serve my patients to the best of my ability, violating neither their confidence nor their dignity. And in my association with these patients, I shall not violate that which is moral and right. I will provide regimen for the good of my patients, according to my ability and my judgment. I will regard and refer to my fellow doctors with honor and dignity, giving credit for their dedication and commitment to the profession. I will continue to improve my knowledge and skill and be sincere in my resolution to justify the responsibility which this degree symbolizes and imposes. Students, you may put your right hand down, stay standing. On behalf of the faculty and the trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the laws of the state of Iowa, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Chiropractic in keeping with academic tradition. You may change your tassels from the right to the left, turn and present yourselves to the assembly for recognition. Congratulations.